back.
We
and
black.
We is black. All right.
We back and black.
When was the last time I seen you in person other than the pitch?
That was it.
That was it. Almost 2 weeks ago.
Oh my God, I can't wait till y'all hear about the black
We're
girl
gonna talk about that too. Yeah, that's on the list. That's on the list. Tell everybody who we are, why we here.
This doctor over here did it for us, y'all. We got it done. Oh, okay. So
there's more work to do.
Look, we 3 years in. We gonna keep this thing rolling. We almost 4 years in. So look, they say 5 years.
You know what? That's what they say. 5. So, I told my husband after 5, your girl might have to look for a job.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Working full time and running a business.
TV. That's what the lady said. Look, deserve to be on television.
Did you get her information?
I did. Okay. And I'm gonna follow up during our closed week.
Just do it. Just do it. I'm reaching out. Shannon, I'm coming for you, Mr. Jones.
Oh my God. Look, this takes us full circle.
I know.
Remember when? Let's tell people who we are, what we hear, how they can contact us. We can dive in.
Okay. So we're back as always, the Random Black Girls. And the purpose of this podcast, the Random Black Girls, is to bring Black women together to discuss health, wellness, and overall life stuff. Yes. What are Black women dealing with, going through, feeling?
A lot in my newsfeed, a lot on my Insta, a lot on TikTok.
We got a lot going on. So contact us. Let us know what y'all got going on. Contact us at our website, randomblackgirls.com. Reach out to us on our Instagram with Allure Alliance TX, our Twitter at TX Allure, our LinkedIn, Allure Alliance.
Yeah.
And our
people
email.
can just Google us.
And it will right up.
It's right at the top.
We're right there. You can't help but see us.
Google me. All right.
And then you can also send us emails at info@randomblackgirls.com. So y'all can find us.
Yes. And if they're watching this on any place, it'll be on the screen. So there's that.
You can find us. We make sure we can be found.
Amen. We are not trying to not be found.
Right.
We want to make sure the money find us.
Absolutely. We manifested it too, y'all.
I'm glad you are, because I'm stressing it, okay? If I manifest, I'm stressing it. You hear me? So what's been going on with you since the last time we got together on the podcast?
Oh, my God.
That was a month.
My niece, Sierra Johnson, congratulations, girl. You did it. She graduated from high school. We went to the graduation this year. This week, we went to Dallas and watched her walk across that stage. And you would have thought I was the mama.
Amen.
Because I was boo-hooing and...
I was going to say, did you cry?
When I heard the graduation song, dun, 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 just went into tears, like...
Is that the only graduation you went to, or is there more?
No, that's it.
Okay.
Our babies are spread out, so my next graduation won't be till 2027.
Who's that?
That's my brother's other daughter.
Okay.
Zoe.
That's a couple. That's not far. Like, when you think about it, 26 is literally...
next week.
You know what I mean? We blink your eyes twice and
it's over.
Burp, and it's
over.
Happy New Year.
It's over.
Oh my God. All these kids have no idea what's waiting for them. Go to college. It's like extended. It's extended grace.
Yes, because if you jump right into the real world,
or a trade school or something, go to something
highly
extended.
Disappointed. Yeah. Go. Yes.
You ever seen those like animations, or they're like, I guess, like a comic strip, and it's like life, and it's like, oh, I graduated. Then right there is like, bills, responsibility. And they're like, they got bats, they got boxing gloves. They're ready to whoop your ass. You hear me? They're ready to whoop you up.
It ain't what you think. It don't look like your parents made it seem.
Amen.
Let's say that. So just extend.
I enjoyed being in high school, though. I was not rushing to leave. When it was time to go, I cried the entire ceremony. Like,
yeah.
When you heard the dun,
yes.
Dun, 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 oh my God, I have to be an adult.
This is it for me.
Yeah, but I also was in Turkey, so I knew that in a day's time I was going to be on a flight. back to the United States.
Yeah.
So you were on your own, kid, because your parents were going to be still in Turkey. So I was just like, guess I'm going to be an adult tomorrow. Like,
these kids wake up, they still at home. They mom and them still treating them like they in high school because they don't want them to leave. And then they trying to figure out if they're going to have a gap year or not already.
you know what? I don't hate a gap year. I don't love a gap year.
I say go to school first and then have a gap year.
If you want a gap year, you should do it at community college.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? Take the community college gap versus a full out-of-school gap. Because you got to stay in the habit.
Yeah.
You take 8 hours, that's technically full time. Kind of get that under your belt. If you didn't already get that in school,
yeah,
I feel like, you should definitely do, if you're going to do a gap year, if you want to see what it's like in the real world, you know what I mean? It's like that. I don't know if you know the song by Paramore. Don't go crying to your mama because you're on your own in the real world. Okay? And, Black people love Paramore.
I will say,
Black people love Paramore.
When I got on my own, I had a blast up until I got married.
I enjoyed college. Like, when I got to college and, lived, when I moved in on campus and I was like, okay, I'm going back with y'all. Mom was like, no, you live here now. I went to the illustrious Texas Southern University.
Whoop, whoop.
Houston, Texas. Okay. So, yeah. And then this is way back. If you go there now, the monuments that I'm talking about are no longer there. Okay. There used to be a circle, or your little half circle. You drive in, you drive out, right in front of Lanier Hall, because I lived in Lanier Hall, right? And I was like, okay, let's go. She's like, you live here now. The woman that was on the podcast last time, talking all wonderful. That people really like what my mom and Amber had to say in addition to us. But that woman said, you live here now. This is your home. Don't come back without a degree. And I was like, oh my God, I have to get a degree now. And any barrier in college was, my mom said, I cannot come home without a degree. And
I didn't have that pressure.
I was like, she didn't mean it, but she meant it. You get what I'm saying? She's like, I was just joking. I took it seriously.
See, I didn't have that pressure.
I was like, I'm not going home without a degree. You hear me?
My mama said, told, get a good job, good benefits, don't get pregnant, and that was it. I didn't go to college till I was 30.
Oh, well, see, I was 17 when I started college. I turned 18 that year. And, because I was coming from overseas, but I wasn't an international student. I was still considered an American student. And so I wasn't out of state or out of country. It was a lot of things that I had to get over because of the fact that I was coming from a different school system, which was the DOD school system, which is because my mom was in the military. So it's a lot different than...
What?
Well, no. I'm going to be honest with you. DOD schools have better resources. I graduated with 6. I was one of 6.
Blacks?
6 people.
What?
Period. There were 6 of us in the senior class, okay?
What?
There was only 6 of us. Yeah, it was 6 of us. And I was one of 6. I was the only Black person out of the 6. We had 2 international students.
Yeah.
One of their parents worked for the embassy. Another one worked for the embassy. Money, like international money type stuff. And then we had some people who, the other kids, their parents were officers, and my mom was enlisted. So
these graduations, my niece's senior class was 641.
See, that's a
children.
lot of people. That's a whole lot. I graduated at the ruins of Ephesus, right? Which, when people go, I graduated at this place or this place. It's one of the 7 wonders of the world.
Where you graduated from?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Right. Of the old world, yeah.
That's amazing.
At the Library of Celsius.
Oh.
Yeah. There was only 6 of us. It was back in the late 1900s because I was class of 99. And like seriously, it was like I got to the States and it was a culture shock in reverse because I was used to certain things. And I think kids get a culture shock going to college. The biggest issue I think people told me when I was young, because I was a traditional college student. My mom was non-traditional. My husband's non-traditional. I was a traditional college student, straight from high school to college. And when someone says, you don't have to go to class every day. Like, why did somebody tell me that? Because I failed a class because I decided to get up and do an 8 o'clock class. Knowing I did Monday mornings at 8 a.m., I could not be found anywhere other than in my bed. You hear me? And when they were like...
But you're such a morning person.
You know what? Not when you out all night. Not when you up all night.
You stay up all night.
Well, when you're 18 years old and you out all night, you don't feel like getting up.
This is why I didn't go to college right out of high school.
I was out all night. I failed the whole class because I couldn't get up. There was a lesson that I learned. And my mom was like, you paid for that class. You just wasted your money. You wasted thousands of your dollars. Now you got to take that class again. And you have to pass it. And you have to pass it with a higher grade than you would have had you not failed it.
Girl, my parents are happy just you graduate high school, honey.
I was still on my ass.
Doing all that.
Look, all the way through. Look, my PhD, my graduate program, my doctorate program. Are you doing your work? She would call me and say, what's going on with your grades?
Well, your mama got 5 master's degrees.
My mother has 2 master's degrees. Me and my mom have the same amount. Well, no, I have more degrees than my mother.
Good.
Yeah. Stop. I graduated. She graduated.
Don't get no more.
She graduated. I graduated. I graduated one time. I mean, I graduate again, I get another.
That's no.
None of youngsters out there, class of 2025. Take your time. I really believe it. Take your time.
Okay.
Now, don't be in college.
PhD, I didn't go to.
Don't be in college undergraduate for 10 years. Now, I knew people who was. I was like, what are you taking, 1 credit hour? That's like, what is happening? But like, they were there for a very long time. I took 5 years because I didn't go to summer school because I thought summer school for people who failed classes. And they were like, in college? No. It took me to my sophomore year. Sophomore year is when they said, no, you want to graduate on time? You got to go to summer classes.
I went at 30, graduated at 33.
Oh, yeah.
I went right on through, went through summer and all that stuff.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So, but I think it's different when you're older. I think you appreciate it. No, seriously. I think you appreciate it older. Like, I appreciated my master's degree more than my undergraduate. And when it was time to graduate for my master's, I didn't even go to the graduation. I was like, I'm working. I got a good job. I was working at
people who don't want to go to their graduations. No.
It was out of state, and I was like, I'm not going.
You earn that.
They sent all my degrees are in a tube.
Don't say that.
They are in a tube.
Don't say that to me.
The mailing tube they came in.
I'm leaving.
They're on top of my curio cabinet. The one that's in my living room.
Freaking kidding me?
The only degree that's like enshrined is at my mama's house, and that was my undergraduate degree. She was like, and I'll take that, thank you. And she has it in her house.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't feel good.
My husband said the same thing. He's like, so you're not going to put this? You're not going to?
Girl, it would have been framed the next day that it came in the mail.
You know what?
What did she say?
When he gets his, which is coming up very soon, I think I'll get them all framed.
Please.
I'll get them all framed.
Please.
I mean, I don't have an office to put mine in.
I don't care if you put it in the kitchen. When I come over there, I want to get
mine put on a blanket when people are like, your degrees don't keep you warm at night. Mine do.
I want a display. That's all. So get a display.
Cap, I got my little tassel. I got all the things, accoutrements of like graduation and whatnot.
I want to see those pieces of paper and
all my degrees are still in the
from Hobby Lobby. Custom.
I'm not going to Hobby Lobby, but
I don't care where you go to Michael's.
They're more
when I come over your house, I want to see it.
Yes, when Wes gets his, I'll get them all done.
Okay, He's
getting his in December.
Okay, so I got a graduation to go to in December.
Yes, but it's out of state. It's in New Hampshire.
What's the deal with New Hampshire?
I've never been to New Hampshire, and I think check it off the list. I think it's in New Hampshire. Yeah.
I'm saying white and cold.
It will be cold. And it'll be Snow White and white. But I've never been, so
I ain't
it'll be a
never
good
thought about
opportunity to
going.
go.
I don't know what's up there to
Taking the
see.
kids, we're doing the whole 9.
I know you're probably gonna drive that van. aren't you?
No, we're gonna fly. Nuts. No.
Yeah,
We ain't got that kind
she
of time.
got a whole map in this van of
You see
all
my
the
shirt?
places she gonna go
This is not
in
all
this
who wander
minivan.
are lost.
I agree.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a wanderer. Anyways,
I'm a
we
restless
digress
soul.
in our
Yes.
randomness.
So
What else? Graduation.
graduation, and so I had the honor to speak at the Legacy Conference, which is a conference put on every year by a doctor named Brittanya Reynolds from Texas. She's a professor at Texas Women's University, where I graduated. Woo woo! PWI.
We do what we can.
And she brings over 600 women together who are living with HIV, women and trans women, and they do a 3-day conference. And so I had the honor to be on a panel. We talked about pleasure, we talked about sex,
I love that.
dating, PrEP, and PEP. So that was pretty awesome on Saturday.
Good.
Yeah. And on Sunday.
How was it? How was it?
It was great. People were very interactive. People were ready to tell their stories of how long they've been living with HIV and where they are in their lives. There was a lot of encouragement to the other ladies who were new to the conference and told their stories. There were tears, there was laughter, there were jokes. So it was really good. My mom, she came out and she supported in the audience. So I got like a little video thing that she tried to do of me on stage.
Nice. That's good. That's good. Something about like a panel conference, like when you get on and do a panel, is, I don't know, it's like good because you have that collaborative of the people there, and like what you usually come to is like either you get some aha moments or you spark other people's aha moments.
Yep.
And I really love that about like conference panels.
Yeah. So
anything else personally or otherwise? School's winding down.
I'm about to have a 11-year-old and a 13-year-old. Both of my kids are about to be at the same middle school at the same time.
Okay.
So that means I'm getting closer to high school graduation.
Now they got backup.
Look, and it better be a knockdown.
We're stomping with the big dogs now.
Yeah. So I'm almost there, y'all. Ooh.
They end this week, right?
They out on Friday, I think.
Same. I will have a high schooler, a 9th grader.
I remember when you were pregnant with him.
I know. You told me that I was eating too much sodium. I'm like, I have to have food. What are you talking about? You're like, you have cheese in there? You have pretzels? I'm like, I'm pregnant. Have you seen his belly? And you're like, you should eat differently. And I'm like, wait till you're pregnant.
Wait
till you're pregnant.
Yeah.
But that was that was a long time ago.
Look, that's what these graduations that I'm going to, and my girlfriends who got married before me, had kids before me, and their kids are graduating. I'm like, I remember when these were babies.
Yeah, a lot of my friends have kids like that I grew up with. I'm gonna say people that I know and friends that I know, their kids are in college or graduating college or graduating high school. And I'm like, here I am.
You got a brand new one. Yes.
I decided to do what now? Because I have a fertile husband.
Yeah. But I had mine at 40, so when I do go to high school graduation, they're going to be...
grandma is.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm the mama.
I'm the mama. Girl, look, I'm looking at my oldest now, and I'm just like, I know he's going to
go... He's so handsome, though.
He's going out of town for a month.
Good for you.
He's going to Florida.
Somebody come get my kids for a month.
And he's going to be with his dad's side of the family. I'm trying to like not be
emotional about it?
Not emotional, fatalist about it.
Why?
Because it's Florida. My son is very sheltered. I mean, his family's sheltered too. Let's just be realistic about it.
So he'll be fine.
They well-to-do. They Jack and Jill in it, okay?
How can they? He gonna be a Jack.
But also, like,
in the cotillion.
it's Florida. And the only
I
thing,
know. Florida,
it's
I
Florida.
don't want to get
And the racism is different.
Yes.
But because he'll be in the Miami area, I feel like the racism is going to be different than, say, because people think about Florida. And I mean, look, if you're in Florida, I mean, don't take it personal, but it's just state, okay? Just like Texas, where Miami is one thing.
Right.
Then anything between that and the Panhandle, you got Trump country. You got rebel flags. Like I mean, I've been to Florida enough, to know. And I just be like, ooh. And then my son's never been away from the house that long. Like I was like, my mama used to drop us off in Arkansas and just like
see
put
y'all
a
the end of
donut in
summer.
the damn, on the road on the way out. Out of here.
Right.
And like didn't call you. They called she called her mother. How they doing? They good? All right then, bye.
See you at the end of the summer.
Right.
I know.
And they was kid free. For us, our kids are like my son's, there are things he don't know how to do. And he doesn't know how to do them because we don't have him do them. Right? Like I was like, oh, you don't have to go to church, right? He goes, I don't want to go to church. Like, if they going to church, you going to church. You're gonna go to church. Why do I have to go to church? And I'm like, I'm raising unchurched children.
Me too.
And, it's not a bad thing. I feel like it's a good thing because my son is questioning things. But I'm like,
Titus.
In certain environments, they don't take kindly to kids asking.
Well, I gotta go.
Or like needing explanation.
Or saying no.
Right. I have no problems explaining things to my kids.
Yeah.
Other people may have some problems.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm like, you have to learn the code switch now. Like when you get down there, it's yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am, and yes, sir, and no, sir. Our house is yeah and You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless you're in trouble, then he'll throw a ma'am on there or a sir on there. But mostly, yeah, no, whatever, like kind of thing. And I'm just like, but he needs it. Like his dad's like, let him grow up, and I'm like, why? He's only 14. He don't need to grow up.
Right, he's gonna be gone.
Right. The world's gonna go and whoop his ass as soon as he crossed the threshold. Can he just be a kid?
Yeah.
He's like, no, because he's a black man. I'm like, he's not a black man. He's a black boy.
Right?
He's a boy. So, yeah, like, now that I'm looking at my kids and I'm looking at other people's kids, it's like, you're like, how old am I really?
Right.
Because I remember a world that before you existed, like Amber's niece, she graduated last week.
I remember.
I remember when she did not exist. I remember her gestation period. I remember her birth. I remember her little itty bitty diapers to not diapers. And now I graduated college.
Yeah.
What? I can't be that old.
My Sierra, when they called her name, I just had flashbacks of her being a tiny one in diapers and remember holding her the day she was born. Like literally the day she
came out. Right.
I was holding her.
And see, that's my thing is like, I'm now at the point now where I'm like, oh snap. Like the realization you got more days behind you than you have in front of you more often than not.
Tell me something.
And you better stop playing around with your time.
Absolutely.
And I've said that too. Like I really do with my youngest and with the middle. I'm like, I don't think we're going to do summer camps because I'm going to be at home.
Yeah.
And I really want to take the time and effort to create experiences with them so that as they age, because I was like 10 years from now, and my son will go, you're going to be old 10 years from now. And I'm like, I'll be 53 going on 54. He's like, oh, that's old. I'm like, your Nana's 64. Because he's like, I don't want to be old and like whistled up. No. I said, your Nana is not old and whistled nothing. What are you talking about? He's like, yeah, you're right. I'm like, but like their concept of old.
Yeah.
Wait, I took him clothes shopping. And everything got a teddy bear with little Xy eyes and like dollar signs and like lots of words on it, like hustle or die, cash out or crash out, like that kind of stuff. And I'm like, so you want to wear this? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, what's the deal with the teddy bears with the cross out eyes? It's like, I don't know. I just like it, Mom.
Yeah.
I like it. And I was like, I'm officially an old because
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell is this shit? So that's what I've been realizing for the last few weeks.
Yeah.
I'm an old. I'm a real old.
Yeah, you're coming this way.
I am an old.
You
I
are
mean, but I feel like I'm a young.
coming on.
I mean, not a young, but a kind of young. I feel like a kind of young. A kind of young.
It's not about how you feel. I don't feel.
My knees don't feel
51.
kind of young. They feel kind of old. But my spirit, my effort.
Yes, definitely my spirit is young.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how I feel. So, anyways, for me, nothing else other than the things we're going to talk about.
Yes, the pitch.
The pitch. Okay, so let me just run it down because we're going into June. Okay, June, Men's Health Month.
Yes.
Black men, you're overrepresented in all the negative health outcomes. Take yourself to the doctor or have somebody take you to the doctor.
Especially you being in Austin, there is the Black Men's Health Clinic. I spoke there on Thursday about our community health worker training program that's coming up. And it was great. It was some great representation there. And
Good.
it's a clinic. Like,
it's a whole clinic.
it is
Go to
a
the Black Men's
whole
Clinic. Was
clinic.
it right off of
290,
right?
Mm-hmm. And Cameron.
Like where the Harvest Foundation used to be, or is.
Exactly where it is. Yeah.
Okay, there you
in that same building. Yeah. And it's great. It's they made sure that it's a representation of Black men. So when I walked in, I was like, oh, I'm gonna tell my husband to come over here and whoever other Black man I know to come over here and taste the difference.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Also Cancer Survivors Awareness Month. So if you have anybody in your life that has or is in remission.
My mom,
your mom?
she's a breast cancer survivor. I think it's like been 5 years now.
Yeah, my aunt.
She's been in remission. So, woo.
And my Aunt Donna, didn't you?
Uh-huh.
Also a breast cancer survivor.
And her diagnosis was more of she got her mammogram. They told her that they saw, a spot, but it was because she had dense tissue. So they was going to send it in anyway. Sent it in, came back. She had breast cancer.
You know what they say to tell Black women when it comes to breast cancer screenings, like mammograms, that if it's a possibility, that you get the mammogram and the ultrasound in that same sitting. Because Black women's breast tissue is usually denser.
Because I usually get the ultrasound after.
Yeah, I know. They usually do it after. But because of, like, if you've ever gotten a mammogram that says your breast tissue is dense, which
mine are always like that.
Exactly. So you ask for the ultrasound because you have a history
Didn't
of
know that.
dense breast tissue.
But now I'm always on edge because no one else in my family had breast cancer but my mom. And then it came up in her 60s.
Are you going to do the genetic testing?
Absolutely.
You can do the genetic testing and see if you're more likely to. That's the thing.
But yeah, I'm definitely highly always on edge when it's time to get a mammogram.
Right now, do you have a family history? Family history just rails you right in. Because for me, it's like diabetes. Which side? Both sides. Don't play with me.
Daddy.
High blood pressure. Both sides.
Daddy. I'm like, I didn't ask for any of this.
Dementia, Alzheimer's. Both sides. I'm very cognizant of that, like the family history that you have and how you can do things to offset it or whatever. It's also Pride Month. Did that choke you? You want to go?
Because yesterday I went to the Coconut Club and they were having a lesbian party, and it was so many Black women. I was like, oh my God, where are all these Black women coming from? And everybody lived in Dripping Springs and Killeen and San Antonio.
Oh, okay. Are they military? Because Killeen and military.
They were just coming down for this party. I was doing my Allure Alliance thing, girl.
Man, we are trying to expand, so let's make it happen. Yes, Pride Month. Regardless of what is happening in a socio-political environment, we out here being proud. We want y'all to be proud. Pride Month, celebrate it. And make sure that we're not falling for the banana in the tailpipe of all these endorsements you about to see for the next however many days. Pride Pepsi cans and Pride.
Oh, yeah.
Target. If you don't shut your ass up. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff. Like, don't fall for support the people who've been supporting you all year, not just in this month. So Pride Month, we believe, at Allure Alliance, we believe that there's more than just a heteronormative way of thinking about pleasure and sex and HIV prevention. And I think it's important for us to constantly drive that in. And we always, I would love to have some like exclusive GLBT Queen Talks. That'd be really cool.
Let's do it.
Hey, hit us up. We also win. And then we have Juneteenth coming up. Juneteenth is still a holiday for right now.
Is it during the week so we can be out for work? When is it?
It's the 19th. I don't know what day of the week that is.
What day of the week is it a Monday?
Girl, don't start me to lie to you. I don't got my phone, so I can't even tell you. But it is June 19th. It's official national holiday. I don't know that they're rolling it back. I don't know what's happening. But what I do know is I will not be out because last Juneteenth they were shooting. And people lost their life. So what are we gonna find another way to do it? We also have National HIV Testing Day, which is June 27th. Go out and get yourself tested. I don't know that we're gonna do anything for that because of the fact that June is so packed with so many activities, so hard to ask the community to kind of like spread themselves thin.
Up, yeah.
We might be piggybacking on somebody else's things, and that might be the easiest way to do it.
Let's do it.
And also our CHW. So our CHW starts enrolling. Enrollment will be closed on the 7th of June.
So get in there.
Get in there. I've been sending emails out. We have scholarships out. Looks like we have a good 12 people who've already applied for scholarships.
Oh, awesome.
If you are in Williamson, Bastrop, Hayes, what's the other one?
Caldwell,
all of the ones that are contiguous to Austin Travis County, we have scholarships for you. So don't miss out because our funding is dwindling down for that. So don't miss out. Don't miss out on that.
Come get certified as a community health worker. You probably already do the work. Or if not, you've always thought about getting into healthcare, working with the community, having your community health worker certification will help you get your foot in the door.
Indeed. As we're moving into a lot of the work development stuff, there's just going to be a lot more room, and there's going to be a need for certification.
Yeah,
for a lot of things. They're going to try to use your lack thereof to stop you from being able to get certain jobs. So for us, CHW, we got a cohort that will start June 2nd is the official start date, and it ends in August. I believe it's the 19th of August. And then we'll start up another cohort, the last one of the year, from September to December. So let's talk about Queen Talk we had in May, this past May.
Oh.
I know you missed it, but it's okay. We did a really good job. We brought people in. It was a nice turnout.
Yeah, everybody have on their bling.
Yes, people had on blings. We gave out tiaras for those who didn't have bling.
I missed my tiara.
I have plenty left. We did a whole build your own flower bouquet.
Okay.
So instead of, usually we put things together.
Yes.
So I bought all of these little vases. They look like, your grandma's house when you open up the little, and they're like different, like amber colored glasses. I have to show you some pictures, but they picked one, and then they filled it with all the flowers that they wanted for themselves.
They love it.
They did. And then, of course, we had the desserts from Cakes by Keita, which were all flowers. Like flowers. And we had a really good fellowship there. It was nice. We had a great time.
Yeah, we know the food was good.
The food was good. My boyfriend's back.
Where my boyfriend at?
I was standing there, and I got a tap. I look, I was like, where you been at? He said he hadn't worked there since December. I said, well, it's good to have you back.
Okay, because we did miss it.
And the guy who usually does, he's like, I was like, no, he don't have to be in the room. It's okay. Just
Right.
We old friends. How we doing? We also participated in the Black Girl Ventures pitch competition. So let me set the scene. We did it, and I filled it out. Didn't think we were going to get anything back. We did. They said they had hundreds of applications, and the 7 people that were chosen were cream of the crop, pretty much. And I felt really good about that. But then we had a funeral. We had a funeral.
My goodness.
We had to, my kid was sick. It was a lot of things that happened back to back to back. And then it was like I missed the first pitch date and all of those kinds of things. And they were very flexible. They were like, we don't want that to be a problem. We'll set up a date. I was in my car at therapy with my son, like sitting in the meeting and like, let me practice my pitch. And they really worked through that. The hardest part for me was 3 minutes.
Oh, yes.
3 minutes.
Yes.
Because you're like you're trying to walk people through. And I found myself at a lot of their events. They had events that you could come and like, one of them was like, come and center yourself, ground yourself. It was like yoga and all types of stuff, right? Like breathing, breath work, all that. And I'm like,
You hated
I'm
it.
gonna go up here. And now, mind you, it was down south. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna leave therapy and I'm gonna go straight there. I really wish I would. It was all of this stuff going on in my head. Like, I need to go because this is a commitment. It's easy for me to say I can't go, but I'm gonna push through. I'm gonna go. It was like started at 6. I got there about 6:30, and we get there and they're like in a low light room and like mats on the floor, and I'm like. Like, take your shoes off. I got on jeans. I don't have on I got athletic wear yoga pants. I'm like, what's that? Okay. So we get down, the girls like doing primal screams.
Oh.
Like, like screaming. And I was like, I do this in my car at least twice a week. So yes, it's beneficial.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Then my favorite part was when they had us stand right in front of each other. No words, no faces, no talking, no nothing. Like, you see how closer than we are right now.
Ooh, that
You're like this close.
So awkward.
And sustained eye contact, right? So you're looking in this person's eyes that you don't know. And like some people I knew, because I walked in, I was like, hey, girl, hey.
Right.
You know,
but that's not who you were
the
with.
Damn vibe. Hey, girl, how you been? Sit down, okay? And then they had us journaling, and I'm not a journaler. But they were like, journal your thoughts. Here are some prompts. And those prompts were pretty challenging. Like, when you find yourself needing help, how do you ask for it? Do you ask for it? What are you going to do to ask for help? And blah, blah, blah. And I was like,
you don't ask
no, and no again. So it's like you had to do all this introspection, right?
Right.
I thought we were going to practice pitches. And no, it was really, we didn't talk about pitches at all. And like we were just there, and then that eye to eye contact. Then they start playing this "You Are Love" type music, like the one that's going very viral. I'll let you hear it later, but it's going viral, and it's like then they're asking questions. Does the load feel heavy to you? And what do you do when the load feel heavy? And you're like supposed to stand in front of somebody and not say nothing, right? So I'm standing in front of people. And then I noticed off to the side, because you ain't supposed to look away. Sustain. I'm like, okay, look at this lady's eyes. Don't look at her eyebrows. Don't look at her. And like the more you say, don't.
That's what you look at.
That's exactly what I'm like, this girl's glasses are so cute. And I'm trying not to see, meditation and being mindful requires your mind to shut the fuck up.
And that's
just not how I work, right? So one lady I'm standing in front of, she starts crying.
Oh, Lord.
I could see it in her eyes. It started doing this. The water in the eyes started going, and I'm looking.
And you probably were like,
and I was
oh, my God.
This is making me uncomfortable, right? Because I can see that she is overwhelmed with emotion.
Right.
And I don't think crying is dumb or anything like that. It's not my, thing. And tears start going. And I'm like, now, am I supposed to be sustaining the tear, watching her cry? Or am I, I'm now having this existential crisis in my brain.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I can't focus. I just reach out my hand and put it on her shoulder. I was like, it's gonna be okay, girl. Whatever it is. I don't know what it is. Whatever it is, it's gonna be okay.
See, I would have started crying.
Other people did that. Other people did that.
I would have cried.
Now we're looking at, there's 8 people in the room. They're crying. I'm over here like, and they're like, I'm like, can I get a piece of tissue? 'Cause not for me, but if I happen to get in front of somebody, and this one lady, she was crying. I'm like, she cried. I feel like you could see right through me. And I was like,
I don't even know you.
I was sending good vibes to people telepathically, and maybe my telepathy worked. So I was like, in order to sustain it, and that's what I was saying. I was like, I'm going to just send good vibes. You got this, whatever you want, da-da-da-da. You're amazing, you're amazing, you're amazing, right? I'm doing all that, right? And then the lady starts crying. I'm like, oh, shit. Dial down the telepathy, Sharita. I don't know what you're doing. And everyone's like, I felt so comfortable looking you in your eyes. And I'm like, well, it was like, you're a healer. I was like, oh, my God, I'm not. Don't put that on me, Ricky Bobby. Because then what happens is people who need healing will start to gravitate towards me. I don't want that. No. I hate to be like that, but I don't want that. Like, it's large. Like, I like to do this. I don't like to do this. Yeah? So, but that was very, like, being in that space and doing that made me extremely ready for my pitch.
Okay.
Because I was like, fuck the 3 minutes. That's where I'm at. Just get up there and talk. Head, heart, hands. That's it. Lead them on a journey. That's what we're going to do. So we get there, because it was literally the next day when we did the pitch. The next day. And I was like, after seeing all these people crying, I don't even feel a way now.
Right.
Everybody over here crying.
You tried. Look at that thing.
I was like, I was like, the vulnerability of it, I appreciated value. And I was like, what way can you be vulnerable, Sharita, that's comfortable to you, which is weird when you talk about vulnerability and comfortability, and sometimes they don't come together. I was like, forget your script. Just speak about what you know that you do.
Every day.
I went and like my slide deck, I just started taking everything off. I just put a bunch of pictures up because I think it's important for people to see what we do.
Yeah.
And I think when you see the people in the room and you see them talking and you see them laughing and you see them doing those kinds of things, that's going to speak more than me saying, well, we've impacted this many people. It's important that we've impacted this many people, but look at the impact on, like, you can look at it. You know what I'm saying? So that really helped me. Other people crying helped me go, okay, you can let some stuff go since they let they tears go. The day of the pitch, it was good. They made us pick a song to walk down to.
Oh, okay.
I picked Queen by Janelle Monáe and Erykah Badu because it was appropriate.
Okay, I was wondering if they had just picked that for you.
No, I picked it. Okay, I picked it myself, and I was 7. I was as second to last, so I was 6th person to go. I think it went over well, and I tried to dress in very bright colors. Yeah, because I feel like everybody was going to be in bland, dark colors.
Very executive business. Yeah.
So I wore very bright colors. I looked like I was going to a boat party.
You were the brightest person in the room.
I was. And then, like, people were stressing. I was laughing. I'm singing songs. I'm doing this. Like, at that point, I was like, hey, get up there. They gonna cut you off or they ain't.
And she did it, y'all. She did a
And I even gave people feedback. Like, what you should do is this and this and this. And it really did make their things better. I was like, I do this for a living. Trust me.
Right.
You want to get through the 3 minutes and not get cut off because you're going to feel humiliated if you get cut off.
Yeah.
Do these things. And then the girl did it, and she came in 3rd, I think.
We came in
2nd. Woo! Which was great because we were first for like 30 seconds.
Dang it.
We were first for days. Let me just say, we were first for days. It was 7 days. And we were first for probably, I'm going to say, 6 of those days. We were leading. We were holding. In that last day, that's when other people started going up. And the way that the rubric does all this stuff, now they're verifying it. But we did come in 2nd, which is great for us. We will get $10,000. That keeps our quick going.
We rich.
See how she act about 10? I'm like, okay, we can pay the bills for 3.5 months.
Look, I'm getting ready for that when we get that big money.
Amen.
We get some big money.
Somebody need to make sure we're ready for the big money. But that was a really great experience. I will I mean, I would pitch again. We could
Absolutely.
pitch again.
Yeah, you could.
I think next time. No, I think next time.
You could do it.
I think next time you should pitch with me. Or we're gonna have to figure out a pitch strategy where we can be pitching at the same time, but different orgs. I mean, different pitch competitions.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe we could, I feel like it's harder when you're a nonprofit because you don't have necessarily service that you're offering. You are offering services. You're not offering a product.
Yeah.
So for us, we are providing services. We are pitching for money so that we don't have to charge the community money.
So they can come for free.
So they can go for free.
Yeah.
So that was fun. That was nice. I enjoyed that.
Good. You did a great job. I was so proud of you. I was like, ooh, that's my friend. Go best friend. Go best friend. Ah!
I ain't eat all day that day neither. I said, I'm not going to be able to focus if I eat. So
that's crazy, girl. I have to be.
I got too much nervous energy. I'm a Virgo. All my shit's in my stomach.
Okay.
All my nervous energy is in my stomach.
Okay.
So I can't eat.
Okay.
In addition to that, just to tell everybody, we were being state funded in the state of Texas for our Queen Talk, and that funding source will no longer be there after September 30. So this money that we get from Black Girl Ventures will help us kind of sustain and float our program at the very least to the end of the year, or at the very least until we can find some more money. So that's what we're doing that for. If you ever want to,
donate,
connect to us with some money or donate, especially as you're getting close to the end of the year, always go on to randomblackgirls.com, or you can always go onto our Instagram, and on our Instagram in our bio, our link tree has a link for donations. Tax exempt. We're tax exempt.
Come
so
on,
you'll get a donation.
donors.
That'll be a donation. Yes. Or if your job does matching, some organizations, or like you work for Apple, Microsoft, stuff like that. If you donate, they'll donate matching dollars.
Ooh,
or if anybody know people who do that, let me know, because I'll send an email myself.
Let's do it.
Please.
Come on,
please.
Austin.
We have our next cohort coming up. We just talked about that for CHW. It is open. Please go register. It is on. You can go to randomblackgirls.com, scroll to the bottom, sign up. I will send you an email. We are doing scholarships right now. They end on the 5th of June. So we're right now scoring them. So I've seen at least 100% scholarships that we're going to be getting out.
Well, tell them how many people we are graduating from this past cohort.
Yes. What is it? 12? 13?
13.
13 people.
Yes.
13 new CHWs.
Out in the community.
There you go. And all of them got a scholarship. 50% or higher, 100%. We really do 50% or 100%.
Yeah. So come on, join the community health worker movement.
Yes, please, because it's going to take off without you. We don't want that. And then after that, in June, what we doing? We're going through Puerto Rico. We're going again.
Yeah.
Where are we going to be? The International Association of Providers of AIDS Care. We are not presenting once. We are not presenting twice. We are presenting three times. Okay, so I'm gonna do 2, and you're gonna do 1.
Yeah.
And the name of ours are the importance of the community health workers to ending the epidemic, which politically, the United States has kind of cleared the board on, which is crazy because this is an international conference. But America, because of the current administration, has said we're not interested in ending the epidemic or the benchmarks.
Right. We're gonna leave that alone.
But we're still doing the good work. We're still gonna do the good work.
Yeah.
Hopefully there will be a change in the tide. We're also Queen Talk, which is using reproductive health across the lifespan to talk about prevention and HIV treatment. And then we'll do one about Kiss and Tell, which is the one you're going to present, which is keeping it safe and sexy and tell, using the community-based research approach to discuss PrEP and HIV prevention among Black women.
Yeah, so we would tell y'all all about it when we get back, honey.
And then I'm ready to go to Puerto Rico, but I'm also ready to
I'm already packed.
I mean, I've already mentally started packing. I'm like, how many swimsuits do I
That's
need?
what I'm
Can
looking.
I stay in a damn swimsuit?
I'm looking for one for every day.
Right. Now, there's a pool where we're going to be, so that's going to be good. And then we will be walking to the beach.
Yeah, she love to walk.
Oh my God. There's so many
And then she'd be like,
places.
it's not that far.
I've already started mapping what's near us, where we can eat,
I know.
where we can have morning coffee if we want while looking out at the beach.
Y'all, pray for me. Because when she said we got to walk, we got to walk.
It's 8 minutes. You can walk 8 minutes anywhere.
What's 8 minutes?
To walk.
To where?
To the restaurant.
Oh, how many minutes is it to the beach?
8 minutes.
Oh, no.
I like walking. It's
I
good to see. Like, it's not far. What are you talking about?
Bye.
It's not like we're asking you to walk to Round Rock or something
Oh
from your house.
That's what it feels like.
Anyways, bring you some good shoes. No, I was like, so, this past month of May has been chock full. I pitched also for Bastrop Community Cares, so we're still waiting to hear back from them. Hopefully, we're moving into a little agricultural space because we want to make sure that in addition to doing the physical health part, you can't outwork out a terrible diet, right? You just can't do it. So we're talking about sustainable growing, and being able to have access to healthy foods that won't cost you an arm and a leg, because we all know everything's going up. I'm
trying to buy
forecasting is
who's selling chickens.
Up. Right. Are you really trying to get chickens? Look.
Inbox me.
No, seriously. Me and my husband.
Are y'all gonna get chickens?
We're working on getting chickens. Like but you got to get chicks. You got to raise the chicks up. Like So in order to do that, you have to get like
the thing,
the incubator type thing,
with the light.
Yes,
keep them warm and stuff.
Yes, but we also have cats. So we have to set it up to where the cats won't eat the chicken. Or the kids won't kill the chicken.
Strangle the chicken.
Right. Right. And then once they get big enough, like there's a time ask that happens there. But
that's cute.
But then you got to find the right kind of chicken that lays the right amount of eggs, because you don't want like a shit ton of eggs if you're not going to eat a shit ton of eggs. But we eat a shit ton of eggs. And then I get the big box from HEB.
Yeah.
I get that every couple of weeks.
And then you can start selling eggs.
No, I'm not even going to be doing all of that.
The kids like to do it.
The girl ain't built for certain things. I have delusions of grandeur. Like, I'm like, we could. That could work.
You could be the egg house.
Would you buy my eggs?
Absolutely.
I'd give them to you for free.
I will come buy your eggs.
I want some blue speckled eggs.
I don't know what that means, but...
No, that's just what the egg looks like. It's blue.
Oh, okay. As long as it tastes like an egg.
It will. Okay. I tried to convince my husband to get ducks, because duck eggs is what I was about.
You need to put a pond in your backyard.
Or you can get one of those little cowboy pool thingies.
That's too little.
Let me tell you something. There's some people around the corner from us. They have a big cowboy pool in their garage. There's an alligator in it.
You need to call for help.
No, there was. I don't know if it's still there, but
they black.
No.
You need to call
that
for help.
A whole alligator, and I said maybe they
gonna have a tiger next week.
No, maybe they.
From Florida.
Gators.
Oh, absolutely not.
Maybe they do.
No.
They're making purses out of them.
That ain't safe.
Or gator meat. People eat gator.
No.
First of all, none of my business what they doing in their house, okay?
No, they got an alligator.
Because they told us.
Did you see it?
My husband saw it.
No, ma'am. No, get that out the neighborhood. Right.
No, I'm like, hey, man, I'm not going to hate on nobody if that's what they want. Because I was like, ducks. He's like, absolutely, ducks. No, ducks are disgusting. Because you're not going to want
Chickens are too.
No, but you're not going to want to clean a duck pond out of them.
Hell no.
That's what I said. And he was like, he said, but chickens, if you get it, you do the chickens, you have the chickens poop on your plants. Fertilizer. They'll also eat the bugs off of the plants to keep your plants from getting ate up by the bugs.
Yeah, y'all get 2 chickens. do that.
I'm like,
not an
look,
alligator.
if we could get, and I'm not objecting to killing a chicken either.
Oh no!
For food.
No.
You eat a chicken.
You not.
Maybe they're telling you that they're not even checking for the salmonella in your chicken no more at the processing plant.
Look, you don't live in the country. You don't have to.
Where else are you gonna get chicken from?
From the store.
From the large places that produce chickens. 1, 2, they're not checking for the salmonella in your chicken.
You doing
so now you can die from eating chicken wings. But if you make your own chicken wings from the wings of the chicken, you got no backyard.
No, ma'am.
You get to go.
No.
I said I'm not objective to it. I didn't say I was gonna do it. I'm saying I'm not objective to it.
I am.
If them chickens make some babies and they grow up and we hungry in the apocalypse, I will be killing a chicken.
You not gonna?
Your great grandma probably did it.
Yeah, cause she had to. You ain't got to.
Bet you that chicken was healthy and everything.
Oh, absolutely.
Exactly.
All the animals and food was healthy, none antibiotics.
There you have it.
Farm fed, straight to table. But that ain't you.
It can be me. It can.
When you tell me y'all moving 2 acres.
We already out. We already out of Elton.
When you tell me you finna move on some land and you gonna have a pond, you gonna be raising catfish.
Do you know that is my husband's dream?
Conrad too.
His dream is to be out on an acre or so of land and then grow and do things like that.
I ain't doing all that.
Man, now they don't want you to have THC though. So
I saw that. I've been hearing and following that whole thing.
Yeah, so there you have it. I'm sitting up here like, we was gonna grow it. We was gonna make a business out of it. They don't want you to have a business.
Put it in the garage, like
no. Wait a minute. We don't have it. Let me be clear. We do not have it.
No, I'm just saying, build you one of them little things, them lighthouses in your garage, and do it yourself.
I'm not going to jail now. What are you talking about?
The man with the alligator ain't going to jail either.
It's not illegal to have an alligator in your garage. It is illegal to have marijuana in your garage.
I'm gonna call the pet people. Where he live? Where them people live?
I be minding my black ass business, okay? If they got
get out,
hey,
and beat up the street.
If a gator get out, he ain't coming to my house. It's dry.
What?
He ain't going to the damn.
What show was that? Atlanta, where they had Alligator Man, and it was Cat Williams. Yes. That's first thing popped up in my head.
Look, I'm not against it. Whatever. People have snakes, boa constrictors, and all types of stuff in their house.
I remember them from the Kappa Beach party every year.
Oh, everybody come out with a Burmese python, the yellow one.
And you take a picture with it down on the beach. Yeah, I remember them days. I remember them days.
Around your neck. Now you ain't calling the police on them.
It was different.
I was in Chicago and the guy had a parrot, like a really big parrot and he was like, yeah, you can take a picture with the parrot. No, thank you. I don't play around with wild animals. Okay? I
do the picture thing with the wild animals.
No, in Florida they had same thing. Like you could put your arms and they would put all of the birds on your arms.
Yeah.
I don't trust people who have birds or animals like that and they charge you like $10 to take a picture. They're mistreating those animals and one day they're gonna snap and it won't be on me. Or like that lady with that monkey, the monkey trying to rip people's face off.
Girl.
Okay, because you've been drugging it and treating it and nope.
You not so nope. Chickens.
Nope. Chicken I can do.
Sound okay.
Chicken.
Pigs, sheep,
baby goats. Eating dinosaurs. Okay.
An alligator?
I eat the alligator too now.
No.
Gator, so good.
No.
You don't eat alligator?
I think I had it once. It was
wet.
You
like it? It was wet.
It tastes wet. It didn't taste like meat. It tastes wet.
It tastes like fish. It's definitely fishy, like gamey fishy.
Gamey, yeah.
Like you can.
I don't have to eat it again.
Oh, I love it.
Oh,
give me some fried gator. There's this guy on the internet go on the food, like whenever they're making food, he'll go and that would me and my mom and my sister have been saying at food. All right, in addition to all the things we have going on, I want to ask you
randomness.
This is random. We're random today because we can be. Did you watch Sinners?
Yes.
What did you think?
Ugh.
You loved it? You hated it?
I loved it.
I've seen it 4 times in the theater.
I've seen
You
it
said
twice.
you've seen it twice. IMAX, so good.
Didn't
if you
see
haven't
that.
seen it in
I haven't
IMAX,
seen it in IMAX.
try to get it because you know it's gonna be on streaming on the 2nd of June. It's coming up. They ain't not letting nobody have no breaths.
Look, I had some aha moments in that movie.
I never thought Michael B. Jordan was fine.
Until it was 2 of them.
2 of them in like old-timey suits. Like he wasn't like, I thought he was good looking in Black Panther when he came back. I was like, oh, his body. Hey, auntie. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, nephew. That's how I felt. But I wanted that man from watching Sinners. Is that weird?
Because it was the suit.
It was the
swag
madness
that
of
they
it.
had.
The madness.
And even their names were swaggy.
Which one did you like better?
Oh.
Like the vampire, didn't you? Spoiler alert, man. If you ain't seen it, I don't know what to tell you, but
you know it.
I know. I was like, I like Buddy About Business. What is these wooden nickels? Okay? We didn't cash dollars.
That man worked all week in the field for them wooden nickels.
And see, I agree with you, but we needed to know that prior to. That's why I said let's push it to next week. But you wanted to do it today.
Yes, get it started today.
Last day you ever seen the sun, sir.
That is true.
There you have it. That's what happened when you rushed.
That is true. But them fangs, though. Ooh.
Remember when that was a thing in the early 2000s? Do you know how many football players on Texas Southern football team
had fangs?
Had the gold fangs. There was a chocolate brother. I don't even know his name. I still don't know his name to this day.
Brother.
Oh, he had some fangs right here. They were gold. And I would be like, I worked in the bursar's office. Come to the front of the line.
Yes, sir.
What do you need? Whatever it is, I got you. Because it was dark and he had muscles. And I was like, I'm never leaving college. Another reason to go to college.
HBCU at that.
And he was so fine to me.
I'm sure.
He would see me on the yard and be like, hey, I'm going to be over at the burst house. I'm like, I'll be there from 12 to 3. This is before cell phones where you could text somebody and tell them when you come. Right. It would be like, what room number are you in? And then you tell them, and I was like, I'll call you or whatever before I come over. And I'm like, okay. I was so young and dumb. Oh my God. That man probably had kids and a wife at home. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But he was fine to look at, and he had them bangs right here. And it was gold.
Okay. Gold teeth were a thing.
I know, right?
That's why I love it.
That was an excellent movie. I enjoyed every bit of it.
Definitely enjoyed it. I love
every time I watch it, I see something.
The hidden gems that were inside. And then I loved going on to YouTube and hearing everybody's rendition of what they saw, how they saw it.
Breakdowns.
All the breakdowns. And I was like, oh, because a couple of them I didn't see. Like one that stood out that I heard on one of the podcasts.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, yeah. Go
ahead. No, you go ahead. Go ahead. I said it.
Was when the Chinese lady told her husband, we didn't come here to help them with that. And it's like,
first to want to get up out of there.
They were there to help them make the money and get some money. But when it was time to protect the black people,
well, they wasn't going to protect the black people anyways when you think about it, because they had store on both sides of the street. They making money over fence, baby.
From black folks and white folks. Then I end up going down a rabbit hole watching some videos about how Chinese Americans were treated in Mississippi.
Yeah, they're middle of the road in it. Like, they were not white, but also not black. But being not white is more implicating for them, like, as far as harm and things along those lines.
Right.
Like, don't get out of line. Just, you're Asian, and you can do business with us because you're not black.
Right.
But remember, you're not white.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Hispanic people, too. You're not, because remember, post-emancipation.
Okay.
Now we got to get people to work for cheap or free. Or close to free.
Yeah.
So a lot of Mexicans came across the border to work and send money back or whatever like that. And it was also inhospitable for them. And they were also lynched too as a part of, you're not white, okay? You're not black, but you're not white.
Right.
I don't know if you noticed, there's something that's happening right now is like the census. They're reallocating the numbers of the census. The current administration is doing that.
Not
If
surprising.
you checked like multiracial with white, they're going to add you to the white because they have to hedge the numbers to make it look like there's more white people.
Stop.
Do what you need to do to look it up. But it's true.
I'm going to look it up.
It's true. So I kind of did the deep dive in that too, because look, what I liked about Centers is that what it did was it kind of can show you some of the things that are happening now,
right,
from that long trajectory of back then. And you go,
yeah,
oh, 1932, I think it was 1932.
34.
My grandmother was born in 33. Right.
That's my family still lineage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sharecropping and all of that was just indentured servitude and low-key slavery. Those wooden nickels. Like when he said, oh, this wood, I said, oh my God. That's where you get the thing. Don't take any wooden nickels.
Yep.
Because they were not only were they having you do a quota, they were going to buy it from you because nobody white was going to buy it from you like that. And then they're going to make you work for money that isn't money that you can use at their establishments. So you're practically working for free. Right. And that everybody was searching for freedom in that at that point. And it showed like club culture, what we have now. And that you just want to kind of shake the reek off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that I thought that was Ryan Coogler, sir, you can make a movie. I know you're not watching it, but I'm just saying, sir, you can make a movie. Okay. And he's going to do Black Panther 3. So
I'll be waiting on it.
And there's a Riri Williams. He executive produced Ironheart on Disney. Then we did Disney Plus coming up at the end of this month.
Okay.
So she's like the Black Tony Stark minus the money. She's just that smart. Did you watch the second Wakanda, right?
Yeah.
The little black girl from Chicago. She's getting she's getting a 6-episode series.
Okay.
So it's going to be good too.
I also got emotional.
When?
At the very end.
With the baby? Did you see them little toes?
No, not with the baby.
No.
I got emotional when they went to the Jew joint to see Sammy.
Oh, the post-credit.
As an older man.
Yeah.
And he still had the scars. And he was playing. At first, it was me and my mom that went. And she goes, oh, he got to play his music. She was so excited. Then the second time I went with my husband. And people started to leave. And I was like, no, everybody sit down. Don't leave. There's still more. And then when they came in, I was like, oh, my God, this is going to be good. And he was like, he told me not to touch you.
Right. And that's why I think when they say, oh, it's locked, I think he was in there. Him and old girl was in there when the clan showed up at the end.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I seen it with Amber. I seen it with Amber and my mom. Then I seen it with my son. Well, I seen it with my husband. Then I seen it with my son.
I was wondering if I should take the kids.
Elgin is also 14.
Yeah.
Certain things, like, good.
The sex
like watching Forever. We've been watching Forever together.
Now, I think me and Titus can watch Forever together. Yeah.
So ultimately, go watch those things if you get a chance to do that. Forever was good. I think we should
really
talk
good.
about that. Let's talk about that when we do our next Queen Talk.
Because I like how
I like to talk about that. Like
how you talking to your kids about sex and condoms.
The dad.
And then just them, and then just them making the right decisions for themselves on how they approach sex as teenagers.
Right. And the whole sex tape thing. And,
yes.
Right.
I felt so bad for her.
I did too. And that was the thing, like at the end, it was just like, why am I in trouble? You in the video too. You not in trouble. I'm getting laid out. And nobody's saying anything about
him, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
That's a lot to unpack.
I think it's important when we talk about, like we did Girl already. We talk about let's
talk about
dive
the boys
into that a little bit.
I
think that'll be really great.
Yeah.
This is how the process works with our random asses. So with that being said, let us go ahead and start closing ourselves right on out. If you're looking for us, you know where to find us, www.randomblackgirls.com. I'm Dr. Sharita Ambrose.
And I am LaToya Swan.
And we are the Random Black Girls from Allure Alliance. And you can find us anywhere on social media if you just Google us. Is there anything you want to leave people with for the month of June?
Oh, I heard this lady at the conference. One of the things that she said, talked about valuing yourself. She says, I stayed in toxic relationships because I didn't value who I was because I've been living with HIV. And she said the day I walked away, I learned at that time how much I valued me. And now I value myself so much that I make it inconvenient for people to love me.
Yeah. Put in the work.
And if they can't put in the work to love me, then they don't value
Absolutely,
they don't value
they
me.
don't deserve it.
So value yourself.
I always say,
Yeah.
You don't see nobody going up to Louis Vuitton.
Right.
You don't see nobody going up to Yves Saint Laurent. Always say, well, you say this is, but would you take $10 for it?
Right.
And laugh your ass right out the store. Security.
Right.
And you need to do that with yourself. Absolutely. For me, I think I like to leave. Like, I'm leaving with, I think I just need to just chill out a little bit.
You always say that.
I mean, I'm at my chill out right now.
Okay, I'm happy for you.
I'm at my chill out. Let me just chill out a little bit. My son is not gonna,
You got a whole month to be without.
Oh, girl, but I'm gonna be with the tiny terror, baby. He's gonna be crazy. But even with him, I think I'm just gonna try to be a little bit more chill, and I really would like to enjoy some stuff.
Good.
Like have fun.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Have fun.
Can I make our fun list?
No. My kind of fun.
Okay.
My kind of fun. Anyways, anything else you got to offer?
That's it. Thank y'all for supporting us and showing up for us, and keep listening to us, and we'll be here with more.
Yes, thank y'all for coming out. God bless you, and good night.
Good night.